All right, let's talk about a tool from Google that's getting a lot of buzz, NotebookLM. Think of it as your very own personal AI research assistant. It's built to help you make sense of all your stuff, docs, notes, you name it, and do it way, way faster.
Okay, have you ever felt like you're literally drowning in information? I mean, we've all been there, right? You've got this massive project, a mountain of articles to read, and the deadline is just looming. It's that feeling of being totally overwhelmed.
So, you might be thinking, why not just throw this into a regular AI chatbot? Well, here's the catch. Generic AIs have this little problem called hallucination. Because they're pulling from the entire internet, they can sometimes, well, just make stuff up. They don't know your specific documents. But this is where a grounded AI changes the game. It only, and I mean only, uses the sources you give it. It becomes an expert on your material and nothing else.
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll tackle the big AI information problem. Then, we'll dive into the solution, NotebookLM. After that, we'll explore its two awesome superpowers, being your personal expert and an instant creator. And we'll wrap up with a quick rulebook on how to use it right.
All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, the AI information problem. Or as I like to call it, trying to navigate the wild ocean of AI. Because let's be honest, there are a ton of tools out there. But when you're doing serious work, they can create some real headaches.
And that main headache is what we talked about, hallucinations. See, these big AI models are basically fancy prediction machines. They're just trying to guess the next logical word. But sometimes, that guess is just flat out wrong. And for serious research, for studying, for building a lesson plan, that's a deal breaker. You just can't have that kind of unreliability.
So, what's the fix? Well, that brings us to our next section, a grounded AI solution. Meet NotebookLM, your private AI library. The whole idea is to create this walled garden of information. It becomes an expert only on what you give it. And here's the best part. If the answer isn't in your documents, it'll just tell you. No guessing, no making things up.
Now, the tech behind this has a fancy name, Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. But don't let the jargon scare you. The concept is actually super simple. It just means the AI does two things in order. First, it retrieves. It goes and finds the exact facts from your documents. Then, and only then, does it generate an answer based on what it found. That's what keeps it grounded. And getting started with it, it's seriously as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, you upload your sources, your PDFs, docs, whatever. Step 2, you just start talking to it, ask it questions in a chat. And Step 3, you use the studio to create all sorts of new stuff from your sources. And when I say sources, I mean pretty much anything you can throw at it. PDFs, Google Docs, plain text files, websites. You can even drop in a YouTube link and it'll slurp up the entire transcript. You can load up to 50 sources into a single notebook. That is a ton of information for it to learn from.
Okay, this is where things get really cool. Let's talk about its first superpower, becoming your own personal expert. This is all about chatting with your documents like they're a person. So when you pop open NotebookLM, the layout is super clean. You've got your sources on the left, the chat window right in the middle, and this creation studio over on the right. Simple as that. And this really gets to the heart of what makes it different. I love this quote from a teacher. Unlike ChatGPT, NotebookLM doesn't work in the same way. It literally goes through everything you've uploaded, so it's far more factual. That's the key. It's not about searching the web, it's about searching your world. And here's the feature that builds all that trust, citations. Every single time NotebookLM gives you an answer, you'll see these little numbers next to it. And when you click one, it doesn't just take you to the right document, no, it takes you to the exact sentence where it got that information. It's incredible. That little number right there, that's an absolute game changer. It means you can verify everything instantly. It's all about building that confidence that what you're seeing is real and based on your facts. So what does all this feel like to actually use? A student put it perfectly, saying it's like having live, 24/7, all-knowing office hours. Think about that. It's not just a search tool, it's a partner that's always there, ready to help you understand your material. But just chatting with your docs is only half the story. Now we get to its second superpower, the instant creator. This is all about turning your research into brand new, ready-to-use materials. I'm talking about generating stuff instantly. With just a click, you can create study guides, quizzes, flashcards. You can ask it for a timeline of events from your notes or an outline for a slide deck. It just does it for you.
Okay, but what if you're not a big reader? What if you need to learn on the go?
Well, check this out. You can turn your documents into a podcast. I'm not kidding. It creates a conversation between two AI hosts who just discuss your material. You can download it as an audio file and listen to it anywhere. This is the feature that really blew people's minds.
All right, so this thing is obviously super powerful, which means we should probably talk about the right way to use it. So let's go over the AI Assistant's rulebook, just a few tips for using it wisely.
It's pretty simple, really. Do use it to mash up ideas from different documents. And definitely do double-check those citations. They're there for a reason. On the don't side, don't use it for math. It's a language model, not a calculator. And this is a big one. Don't upload any private student data or sensitive personal info. Keep it safe.
And when you put it all together, you can see that this is about so much more than just finding information. It's about creating whole new learning experiences. I mean, think about it. You can turn a dense chapter of a book into a fun quiz or a debate outline in like less than a minute. That's a huge leap.
So, let's recap. NotebookLM is safe, it sticks to your sources. It's fast, you get summaries and quizzes in seconds, and it's super easy to use. Upload and ask. That's it.
So, I want to leave you with a thought. What could you build if you had an AI assistant to do all the heavy lifting, all that tedious grunt work for you? Think about all the new creative activities you could design. The possibilities are pretty amazing.